You've read books about motivation, watched videos about dopamine, studied your own brain like a science project.
So why are you still stuck?
Let me be real with you.
I spent 4 years doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Consuming content about why I couldn't take action. Instead of just taking action, I read every book, Atomic Habits, Deep Work, The Power of Now. I could explain dopamine prediction errors at a dinner party.
I knew exactly why my amygdala was hijacking my motivation.
I had the vocabulary of a neuroscientist and the productivity of a houseplant.
And here's the thing that finally hit me.
Understanding why you're stuck is not the same as getting unstuck. Not even close.
You've turned self-improvement into entertainment.
And nobody wants to admit that because it feels so damn productive.
You're learning. You're growing.
You're still sitting on the same couch, watching the same videos, waiting for the same motivation that never comes. So let's actually fix this. Not with more theories, not with more brain science, with what actually works. First thing, your brain isn't broken. Stop treating it like a problem to solve. Everyone loves telling you that your brain is wired for survival, not success, that it sees effort as a threat, that your comfort zone is actually a prison. And yeah, okay, that's technically true, but here's what they don't tell you.
Knowing this changes nothing. You can understand every survival mechanism in your skull and still spend your evening scrolling Instagram.
I know because I did it for years. I was the most self-aware procrastinator you've ever met.
I could explain exactly why I was avoiding my goals, while actively avoiding my goals.
That's not insight. That's intellectual procrastination. It's the sneakiest form of staying stuck because it feels like progress. Second thing, procrastination isn't your enemy. It's a signal you're ignoring. Everyone frames procrastination as this battle you have to win. Your brain versus your goals. Willpower versus weakness.
That framing is complete BS.
Procrastination is your brain saying, hey, this thing feels threatening. That's it. It's not laziness. It's not a character flaw. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Protect you from perceived danger. The problem? Your brain can't tell the difference between a lion in the bushes and an email you don't want to send. Both trigger the same alarm. Both make you want to run. So what do? You stop fighting and start listening. What specifically feels threatening about this task? Is it fear of judgment? Fear of failure? Fear that you'll succeed and then people will expect more from you? Name it. Because once you see the real threat, it usually looks pretty stupid in the daylight. I avoided launching my first project for 8 months. 8 months! You know what the threat was?
I was scared someone from high school might see it and think I was trying too hard.
That was it. That was the lion in my bushes. Embarrassing? Hell yes. But once I saw it clearly, I launched the next day. Third thing, stop waiting to feel motivated.
This is the biggest lie in self-improvement.
The idea that you need to feel ready before you start. That motivation is this magical fuel that appears and then you take action. It's backwards. Completely backwards. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. You don't wait until you feel like going to the gym. You put on your shoes, you show up, and somewhere between the parking lot and the first set, you start feeling like being there. I wasted years waiting for inspiration to write, waiting until I felt creative. You know when I finally became a consistent creator? When I started writing, whether I felt like it or not.
The feeling followed the action.
Every single time. Your brain releases dopamine when it anticipates reward. But if you keep failing to follow through, your brain stops anticipating anything. No anticipation, no dopamine, no drive. You've trained yourself to expect nothing. So you feel nothing. The fix? Give your brain tiny wins. Stupidly small wins. So small your brain can't even register them as threats.
We'll get to the exact method later. But first,
fourth thing, success won't make you happy. And chasing it like it will is destroying you. Here's a truth that's going to sting. You could achieve everything you're working toward and feel absolutely nothing. It's called hedonic adaptation. Win the lottery, you'll be back to baseline in months. Get the promotion, the house, the relationship. 3 weeks of joy, then emptiness. Your brain has a happiness thermostat, and it always resets. So why does this matter for getting unstuck? Because you're chasing outcomes. And outcomes are a trap. When you finally get there, you'll realize the destination was never the point.
The process was, I spent 2 years grinding toward a goal I thought would change everything. When I hit it, I felt empty for a week, then anxious. Then I set another goal because I didn't know what else to do. That's the hamster wheel. You built it yourself and forgot why you're running. The shift? Fall in love with the work, not the result. Find satisfaction in showing up, not in arriving, because arriving is temporary. Showing up is forever. Fifth thing, your memories are lying to you, and they're getting better at it every day. Remember that project you crushed last year? Your brain edited out the sleepless nights, the stress, the moments you almost quit. It kept the highlight reel and deleted the behind the scenes. Now every current challenge looks impossibly hard compared to your fictional past. You think you used to be more disciplined, more focused, more capable. You weren't. You just forgot how hard it was. This is called rosy retrospection, and it's screwing with your confidence. You're not comparing yourself to who you actually were. You're comparing yourself to an edited movie version your brain created to protect your ego. No wonder you feel like you're falling behind. You're racing against someone who doesn't exist. Sixth thing, comparison is a virus, and social media is the super spreader. You're scrolling through highlight reels and treating them like documentaries. Everyone's best moment becomes your baseline expectation. Their exception becomes your standard. But here's what's really twisted. You're not even comparing yourself to real people anymore. You're comparing yourself to curated, filtered, edited versions of people who are themselves comparing themselves to other curated versions. It's a funhouse mirror pretending to be reality. And you're the only one who thinks you don't measure up. Everyone else is too busy thinking the same thing about themselves. You used to compare yourself to maybe 50 people in your life. Now it's 50 million. Your brain wasn't built for this. No one's was. So stop playing a game that's rigged against you. Seventh thing, perfectionism isn't high standards. It's fear in a graduation cap. Perfectionists don't produce perfect work. They produce no work because perfect is impossible. And impossible is a great excuse to never start. Watch how perfectionism actually works. You set an impossible standard. You delay starting because conditions aren't right. You finally start in panic mode. You produce rushed work. You hate it. You tell yourself you need more time next time. Repeat forever. That's not having high standards. That's procrastination with better marketing. You get to feel superior about your taste while never risking failure. You get to judge everyone else's work while never exposing your own to judgment. Here's the secret perfectionists don't want to face. You're not afraid of producing bad work. You're afraid of producing good work and discovering it's still not enough. That you're still not enough. So you hide behind standards and never ship anything. Screw that. Done is better than perfect. Shipped is better than polished. Something real in the world beats something flawless in your head. Every time. Eighth thing. Your environment is voting against you. And right now, it's winning. Every object in your space is a decision waiting to happen. Your brain makes 35,000 decisions a day. Each one drains the same willpower battery you need for the stuff that matters. Should I check my phone? Should I clean this? Should I eat that? By the time you get to, should I work on my goals? You're running on fumes. Your couch is positioned for Netflix, not creating. Your phone is always within arm's reach. Your workspace is cluttered with yesterday's good intentions. You're not weak. You're fighting a war on enemy territory. Here's the fix. Design beats discipline every time. Change your environment once, benefit forever. Fight with willpower daily, lose eventually. The choice is obvious once you see it. Remove the phone from the room. Put the guitar next to the couch instead of the remote. Make the healthy choice the easy choice. Stop relying on motivation and start relying on systems. Ninth thing, willpower is a battery, not a muscle. And you've been trying to run a marathon with a phone charger. The research is clear. You have about 90 minutes of peak decision-making capacity per day. After that, your prefrontal cortex starts shutting down. You default to habits, impulses, and the path of least resistance. So when you save your important work for later, you're literally scheduling it for when your brain is least capable of doing it. It's like trying to lift weights after donating blood. And you do it every damn day. The solution isn't more willpower. It's using your limited willpower strategically. Front-load your day with what matters. Do the hard thing first, when you actually have the juice. Automate everything else. Treat decisions like gold, because they are. 10th thing, identity beats action. You don't break bad habits. You become someone who doesn't have them. This isn't wordplay. This is the game. Your brain maintains consistency with your identity at all costs. Call yourself lazy? Your brain will find evidence to prove it. Call yourself a procrastinator? Congratulations, you just gave yourself permission to procrastinate. But watch what happens when you flip it. Instead of, I need to write, try, I'm a writer. Instead of, I should work out, try, I'm someone who takes care of their body. Your brain has to maintain consistency, so it starts finding evidence for your new identity. It notices opportunities instead of obstacles. It remembers wins instead of failures. You've been trying to change your actions to change your identity, but identity drives actions, not the other way around. Change who you are, and what you do changes automatically. Now here's the only thing that actually matters. The 2-minute rule. Everything I just said means nothing if you don't do this. Your brain fears big changes, but barely notices small ones. So we hack the system. Any goal, any dream, any transformation. Reduce it to 2 minutes. Right now. Want to write a book? Your goal today is 1 sentence. Want to get fit? Put on your workout clothes. That's it. Want to meditate? Sit and breathe for 120 seconds. Your brain will mock how small this is. Good. That means it won't trigger threat detection. It won't summon procrastination. It won't activate perfectionism. It's too small to fight. And here's the breakthrough. Once you start, you usually keep going. But even if you don't, you still win. You proved you can show up. You built evidence for your new identity. You gave your brain a tiny hit of success to expect more of. 2 minutes. That's the revolution. Not understanding your dopamine system. Not memorizing brain science. Not watching one more video about why you're stuck. 2 minutes of action beats 2 hours of consumption. Every single time. So here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You already know enough. You've known enough for years. The problem was never information. The problem was you turned learning into a hiding place. Stop studying your cage. Walk out of it right now. Not after this video, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Pick one thing. Reduce it to 2 minutes. And do it. That's how you get unstuck. Not by understanding why you're stuck. By moving before your brain has time to object. Screw motivation. Screw perfect conditions. Screw waiting until you feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Start anyway.